Do not prepare for IELTS speaking. If you do, there's a high chance you're going to sound robotic. This is what happens with a lot of people. They prepare with too many words and phrases that they memorize. There are templates that you can use. We provide them, and that is available in our course. You can check it out in the description. Those templates are specific words and phrases that if you use, it sounds very natural. You sound in control. But if you have memorized complete answers, for example, people memorizing their favorite food, their favorite vacation, and so on, and even memorizing complete sentences, that is over preparation and you will lose more marks than gain anything. You will sound like a robot. Okay, this is one reason why a lot of people do not get good marks in IELTS speaking when it comes to expressions, tone, emphasis, and just when it looks prepared, you will lose marks from another angle as well in the marking criteria. You want to make sure you approach this exam as if you were talking to your friend, okay? Let me break down two layers of that. So for example, we skip the first few questions, where are you from, and those standard questions. Let's talk about what is your dream job, okay? So if I'm talking to my friend, I'm gonna say, you know, I want to do a lot of things in life. Like I want to have a big car, a big mansion, and so on. So I think my dream job would be something that is gonna provide me a lot of money. But I also want it to be stable. So you know what I'm gonna do? I won't get into tech because tech is unstable right now. Less job security. I'm gonna do something in finance. Finance can make me a lot of money if I am in the right field. So that's what I'm gonna do. So first of all, this is not how you should do the IELTS speaking answer. I'm just telling you this is how I'm going to talk to my friend, okay? Let's take that as the starting point. And now, let's change it according to the IELTS speaking format, but not losing our natural tone, our way of delivery, but just organizing this a little bit and summarizing this a little bit. So in IELTS speaking, the way you want to summarize this is make either two long points or three short points. Remember that, two long points or three short points. We're talking about parts 1 and parts 3 right now. We're not going to do part 2 right now. We will do that in future. And we have done that on this channel, so you can check out those videos. But for parts 1 and 3, you do two long points or three short points. So in the answer that I gave, I said my dream job is not going to be in tech because it is a little unsafe. There's so many layoffs in tech nowadays. And my second point was it needs to be in finance because that will make me money. All I'm going to do is put a connector between these 2 points. It could be a connector like moreover, also, plus, or hence, because I'm telling him I'm not going to do this. That's why I'm going to do this. And I'm gonna make these points a little short. Okay, I won't be able to talk this long. It's very the answer I give to my friend was very long, assuming we're sitting for hours and we need to talk. So what I'm gonna do is change this. I'm also gonna remove my fillers. I'm gonna remove things like or That's it. But I'll keep my natural pace. So here's what I'm gonna say. Well, I don't want any job that has to do with tech. I think that is right now at the verge of being the least secure job in the world. Moreover, I would do something in finance. I think that's pretty interesting. It could be highly profitable, make me lots of money, and I would want that for my future goals. Why not? So what I did is the same thing. Did you see my expression, my tone, the way I conveyed my message? It was very natural. You can tell that I actually feel this way, and I didn't make any, it's not like I planned half a sentence or I memorized something. It's natural, it's organized too. And this time I used a bunch of good vocab, and you want to focus on that too. That is a lesson for another day, but the better vocab, the more range you have, the better it is. But essentially, you just separate the points by a connector and you make them shorter, but keep the natural tone there. Okay. Now, if you would have prepared this answer, and I have had people who have done that. One person memorized 20 plus tests. So he had the answers coming in the exam that he had memorized. So if you memorized it, it would look very different. And I'm not going to do that example, but you know what I mean. It's going to look monotone and robotic. So let me try another one from part 3. How can we positively influence the youth when they're in college? All right, this is how I'm going to talk to my friend, okay? Bro, influencing the youth nowadays is just It's almost impossible. I don't think we can even do it. But if you're asking me, I think we could probably give them some good stuff in technology. I mean, they're always on their phones, so maybe we could teach them, we could provide them good content on phones, where on TikTok maybe they have more educational content. Plus, the youth can be, I think they need to spend more time with their parents. They're just too much involved with each other or on their phones. But I think in the past, the difference was parents helped them and they were guiding them in the right direction with, ethics and that kind of stuff. So give them time with parents. So here, I used a lot of fillers, and all those things. But I'm also very natural, which is great. Now I'm just gonna make it organized for IELTS. I'm gonna try to have some good vocab. I'm gonna use a connector between my 2 points. I am gonna make it shorter, make it summarized. I'm not gonna say bro or anything, and I'm gonna remove fillers to like and all that stuff. All right. Influencing the youth is a very hard thing. However, putting good content in social media such as TikTok or Facebook, tools that they use and gadgets or profiles or platforms that they use can be altered in a way where we provide them educational content and influence them in a nice way, since they mostly are focused on that kind of content and consume it. Secondly, because the secondly or furthermore, secondly, if they spend more time with parents, that would be a bliss. Spending time with each other is probably negative, but older people, elders, such as parents, grandparents, would bring them back to traditional values, teach them a little bit of ethics and manners, and get them on the right track, which is, I think, very positive for them. Okay, so there you go. Again, same tone. Look at my expressions, the way I conveyed the message. It's all very natural, but it is organized just for IELTS. Okay, now let's do one last question, and this time we're gonna jump right into the final version of this. All right, how can we monitor the success of education? I'm gonna try to think I'm talking to a friend, but I'm just gonna organize my 2 points. Okay? Well, as a teacher, this is a great question. I think monitoring the success of education comes with feedback. So it would not be feedback just from the student, but also feedback from everybody around them. That would really tell us what the results are. How do people see this person's improvement? On top of that, I think success of education comes from personality. If I, as a teacher, see the student having a better personality, if they have, for example, learned English from me and now they're confident in speaking English and they're not nervous anymore about their insecurities, I believe that's a success. All right, there you go. So again, expressions, not being monotone, and just being in control, because you want to sound like a human being, not sound like someone that has prepared answers, because that's an easy and quick way to lose marks. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. We'll talk very soon. Take care.